Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited to bring you all a new video. This one is going to be all about what not to say during sorority recruitment or sorority rush week, because there are a lot of things that can go wrong. There are a couple of topics that you really just kind of want to steer away from when it comes to this sort of setting. So I have a lot to share with you guys and I'm excited to get into the video. But before we do, make sure you go and check out all my social media links. They're always linked in the description box. Blah. So make sure you go and check all of those out. They're super fun to follow, so maybe I'll follow you guys back also. Don't forget to subscribe so you guys can check out more videos to come. And I also have an entire playlist full of college and sorority advice, so if you want to check those out, that will also be linked in the description box below. But yeah guys, let's go ahead and hop on into the video. The first thing you probably want to steer away from when you are talking during sorority recruitment is boys. And when I mean boys, I mean it's fine if you want to mention that, you know, you have a boyfriend and like y'all have been dating for 4 years. That's totally fine. Just make sure that you're not sitting there only talking about him or only talking about how you want to be in a sorority to find cute boys or, you know, weird things like that. You definitely want to just kind of stick to the whole sisterhood and like sorority thing. You know, I know sometimes it's really hard to not talk about your boyfriend, especially if you've been dating for a really long time, but just kind of try to turn that into something else. You really just kind of want to get out there and just kind of have some girlfriends, you know, girls you can go and hang out with and have a girls' night with. So kind of take it and turn it into that kind of thing. Or if you know, a lot of what you've done is with your boyfriend, then maybe just leave it out. Just be like, yeah, me and some friends went to missionary work, we did this and this, etc. You know, just kind of keep that in mind. You're joining a sorority for the sisters, not for the boys you'll meet also. So it's really disheartening to kind of hear that kind of stuff during recruitment. So keep that in mind. The second topic you'll want to steer away from is definitely money. A lot of people can be really touchy when it comes to this subject. So just kind of keep to yourself about it. Make sure that you know what you're getting yourself into before you start recruitment. Most of the sororities will have their dues posted somewhere or let you know before recruitment starts. That way you're not going in kind of just blindsided and not knowing how much it's going to cost. Sometimes they can be really expensive. They really fluctuate from school to school, so definitely go and check yours out and check out each chapter because they're all not going to be the same prices as well. So definitely know that when you're coming in, but try not to bring those sort of things up because that can kind of be disheartening and a little misleading when it comes to talking to a sister. The third point you probably don't want to bring up during sorority recruitment is politics and religion. This is just kind of like a simple rule of thumb. You really don't want to say something that's going to offend someone, so definitely keep those kind of topics, you know, out of your mouth or like out of the subject because they can get really handsy. The only time I would say they're really appropriate is maybe if you've done some work through your church or something like that and you want to mention that kind of community service aspect during recruitment. That's fine. Just definitely don't go too into detail like about what your religion is and asking them what theirs is, that kind of stuff. It can get really touchy, and same with politics, you know. Don't go asking people who they want to vote for or, you know, what they think should be done about certain topics in politics because that can get really messy. The fourth point you'll want to avoid is partying because, again, you're joining a sorority to be a part of the sisterhood. You really want to join to make friends and memories, and it's not about partying. It's not about going out and having a bunch of fun and all that kind of stuff. You know, that shouldn't be your main reason for joining. If it is, fine, you know, no judgment, whatever. But just try not to bring that up because these girls are really trying to get to know you as a person, and when all you want to talk about is partying, that kind of comes off bad. You know, you definitely want to be someone who's very well-rounded, so I'm not saying partying is bad, but you definitely want to make sure that you kind of have all your other areas in line as well. But definitely kind of stray away from those. It can just be really like taboo. It's not really good to talk about. My fifth and final topic I think you should really stray away from during sorority recruitment is just negative things in general. And this can be really broad, from maybe a girl in a sorority that you don't like or a certain sorority you just don't like in general. Maybe you just went through like a super bad breakup or like you're doing really bad in one of your classes. those are kind of things you really don't want to talk about. It kind of looks bad on you as a person if you're sitting there saying, yeah, I failed 2 classes last semester, so like, I don't know, I hope things are fine. Yeah, you don't want to do that. That's definitely not a good idea. So stray away from things like that. Really go for positive things about bragging about yourself in a nice way, saying things like, yeah, I was involved in X, Y, and Z in high school, or I did this at my church in the community, or I helped with this volunteer service, that kind of stuff. You really want to focus on the positives about yourself and things that they're really going to want to know about you. Alright guys, that is the last bit of my video. I hope that these tips kind of helped you get an idea of what's appropriate to talk about during sorority recruitment. I know there's a lot going on and sometimes you're really nervous when it comes to it, but I promise it'll be fine. Talk to these girls like you would anyone else. Really genuinely just try to be their friend and get to know them, because that's what's honestly going to help you get to know each sorority better and on a deeper level. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up so that others can find it as well, and leave any comments that you guys have down below. Don't forget to check out my social media. It's always linked in the description box, along with a playlist of other college and sorority advice videos, so go check that out as well, guys, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, y'all.